All right. So as discussed in the last class, we have learned present forms and past forms. Now we need to write something using that, and we need to use that. Right? So to start with, we will use the simple present form in writing. So how do we do that? I'll show you an example, and then you will write. So I'm going to write about the best practices followed by a professional I admire, not family member. Best, best, the best practices followed by a professional I admire. May I know who's Marcus? Marcus, can you unmute your mic? May I know who that is? You are
Sir, I'm
Marcus,
Praveen, not Marcus.
right? I mean, name
What?
yourself as Marcus. You can rename yourself. Go to your name and then go to option.
Yeah, found it, sir. I wonder who named me as Marcus.
So you can mute. So now we are going to write on the Padlet. So how do we go to the Padlet? I'll again tell you. So you're going to write about your favorite professional. I'll send you a link. So if you go to that link, you will find a plus icon at the bottom. Click that, and then there is a title where you will type your name and say task one. So what is the task one? Writing about the best practices of a favorite professional. So I would say best practices followed by my manager. So to be more specific, I would say by my academic manager. Okay. So you can write about your manager, your some higher authority, your teacher, anyone. So some of the best practices that my manager follows are um, she always starts her work on time. She ends her work on time. She is very patient. She's always happy to help. She's very humorous. She loves teaching. So I'm writing about her qualities also here. She's patient and all that. So if I have to talk only about best practices, I should say she starts her work, ends her work. This is also a practice. She's very patient. Or I can say she patiently helps when we approach her. She enjoys teaching or loves teaching. That can be practice. She manages the schedules quite well. She says no when necessary. So these are the good practices that my academic manager follows. You can write about your manager, your teacher, someone who is your professor, anybody, some of the best practices that they follow. As you are talking about best practices, habits, hobbies, all of this are in simple present. And as you are talking about only one person, not you, not me, third person. So remember that you should add s to the verb. Now I'm going to put that link on the chat. Access this Padlet link. Click that plus icon. Type your name hyphen task one, just like in the example that I have written now, and then start your writing. So there I can You can also read what others have written, like and comment, all that you can do. But for now, start writing about the best practices followed by one of your someone whom you admire, a professional whom you admire. Start writing on the Padlet, please. Sanjay, are you able to access the Padlet?
So,
Yes.
so you can please tell me again.
Uh, what do you want me to tell you again?
So you have opened the pad chat and you have told.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
Padlet link that I have put on the chat. Just have to
Yes.
click that link and it will look like this. Yeah. So to start writing, you have to click this plus icon at the bottom. And once it opens at the top, you can write your name, put a hyphen and say task one. Right below that, you can start typing the best practices followed by someone you like the most, preferably a teacher or a manager or someone at work.
Okay.
Okay. Sunita ma'am, are you about to ask me something? Are you able to access the padlet? Are you able to open this link? Are you able to type? Sunita ma'am and Sanjay, are you able to type? Could you please confirm?
Just a minute. Just hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I didn't understand what is you are telling.
Okay. So I have put a link on the chat now. Can you go to that link?
Link.
Just click that link.
Okay. Yes. हाँ, दूसरा मसाला दो. Sir, is open.
Yeah, and at the bottom right corner, there is a plus icon. You can press that. Uh, and then on the top, you can write your name, hyphen task one. You can see my example. I have written about the best practices of my academic manager. Now you can write about someone whom you admire. You start a new post. Do not comment on what I have written. Start a new post. If you click the plus icon, you can start your own. You can write your name at the top, hyphen task one. Below that, you can say following are the best practices of my teacher or mentor, anybody like that, or a manager. And then you can write good practices that they follow. Make sentences. There's an example of
So one thing I want to tell you, sir, means
Yeah.
I never use such laptops or computers, so I have don't know how to operate and how to do all these things.
Are you now using a
Can I take
laptop?
the help of Pranav, sir?
Yes, please. So he'll tell you where to go. You can type there. So once he accesses the link, you start typing. You say it, he can type it also for you.
Sir, so we have just opened the link and clicked on the plus sign.
Plus sign. So at the top
Yeah.
right, mom's name hyphen task one, and then you ask her to make sentences about the best practices followed by some professional she admires. It could be any professional.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Sanjay, are you able to access the link? Sanjay, are you able to access the link?
Energy. Sorry.
Yes, Mahendran. Um, See, people are writing about the best writing now. They are writing about the best practices followed by any professional whom they admire. So you can go to this link which I have sent on the chat. If you go there, you will find a plus icon at the bottom of the screen. So you can press that. You can type your name hyphen task one at the top. Below that, you can say best practices followed by my uh, manager or OP or my mentor, anybody, and you can write at least 4 or 5 lines about the best practices that they follow. I have given my example also for reference. Sanjay, I'm not sure if you got the idea because I'm not able to hear you. Are you able to access the link, Sanjay? I've sent a message on the chat. May not has written about team leader because I had requested you to write your name at the top. If you have missed that, you can write the name at least at the end so that I know who wrote it. I have shared my feedback for Smita ma'am. You can refresh the page. You can check it.
Sir,
Yes, Praveen.
so should I as well write this?
Yeah.
Well, what am I supposed to write,
Write about your mentor or your teacher.
Okay.
Sanjay. Okay, Sanjay, I have done the comments for you also. You can refresh. Mahendran, what you have written is like general do's and don'ts. That is also in present tense. Okay. Okay, I give you 2 more minutes for us to feed it. Tenu, have you written?
Yeah, Balaji. Sorry, not getting your point. Like what actually the requirement means.
Okay, you can see my example also. Talking about one individual, some other professionals, not profession, professional. So any professional whom you admire, it could be one of your old bosses, it could be someone you work with, it could be one of your clients. So what are the best practices that they follow? That one individual. So I have written about my academic manager, right? So it's one person whom I have.
Okay, can I just re-ping the chat because I was moved out and came back. I did not receive the chat. Means the link.
Here's a link. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Try to write about a specific student here. You just make it he or she, just make it a sentence. That's what I'm saying.
क्या हो गया?
चलो
ये यहाँ पे हम इसमें हम हाँ
थोड़ा बंद करूंगी बंद
आंटी को बोलते हैं मम्मी करते करेक्ट
हा तसं आंटी करतात म्हणून मम्मी 10च्या नंतर
Sanjay has written about a team leader. I have written about my academic manager. Sita ma'am has written about a fashion designer. So these are individual people whom they admire. So think about one person whose actions you admire. Write about that person's habits. Okay, fine. I think we have invested sufficient time on this. So now let's get back to the session, please. Can I have your attention, please? You can stop writing. So you can stop writing. If you're back to the session, can you just type I am back on the chat? You just type I am back on the chat if you're back to the Zoom meeting. All right. So thank you so much. So now it's time for us to talk about, use the past forms and talk about something. But first of all, very quickly, we'll do a rapid fire round of past forms. Yeah. So let's, all of us can answer at one go. No problem, no harm. I will unmute all. So now, very quickly, what is the past tense of cut?
Cut.
Okay, great. What is the past tense of clay?
Played.
Played.
Play. Stay.
Stained.
Stayed. Win.
It's wind itself.
Win. W-I-N.
Bone.
Oh, win.
One.
Bone.
Yeah,
W-O-N.
W-O-N. Yeah, one. Buy.
Bought.
Buy, bought. Bring.
Brought.
Bring, brought. Buy, bought. Bring, brought. Think.
Taught.
Think, thought. Teach.
Taught.
Taught.
Yeah, teach, taught. Work.
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 Worked. Meet.
Met.
Meet,
Met.
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 Catch.
Caught.
Caught.
Caught. Catch. Caught. C-A-U-G-S-T. Caught. Fly.
Wait.
Flight.
It's fly itself.
Not
No.
flied. Flew.
Yeah,
F-L-E-W. I think Mahendran said that. F-L-E-W. Flew.
F-L-E. Fly.
And then what is the past tense of write?
Had written.
Road.
Right, wrote. Yeah. The past tense is wrote. And what is the past tense of read?
Read. Basically, it's the same spelling but then different pronunciation.
Spelling is R-E-A-D, but the pronunciation is read. Okay. Then past tense of listen.
Listened.
Speak.
Spoke.
Spoke.
Spoke. Tell.
Told.
Take.
Told.
Huh?
Told.
Tell. Told. Very good. Take.
Took.
Took.
Open.
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 Close.
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 Draw.
Drew.
Drew. D-R-E-W. Drew. Okay. So what is the past tense of the word dust? To
Dust. It's dust itself.
Dusted.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, if it's the verb, then it's dusted.
Only verb will have past tense.
Yeah.
Won't have a past tense. Right? So, that's
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Wipe.
It's wiped.
Wiped.
Yeah, wiped. Or actually, it's said with the T sound. Wiped. Okay.
Yeah.
So some of the common past forms I just wanted to let you know before we get into the actual session. So we will discuss past forms a little, and then we will talk about the happiest moment of your life. Sorry, yesterday did we see how to analyze past forms,
I don't think
like
so.
framing negative
We
form?
only did the 8 o'clock activity. You know that he went to office at 8.
All right.
That one.
He went to office at 8. We did that
Yeah, we finished the whole thing.
in the
I think-
past. Oh yeah. Okay, good. So then we are almost there. We are almost there. But then there is something more in past tense which I would like to tell you about. Give me 1 second. Mm, So what we have spoken about yesterday is only simple past. But sometimes people use this had written, had spoken, all this, right? Had reached. When to use that, you might have a confusion. So for that, let me show you some examples. I'll also draw some diagrams. So when he spoke to his friend, I had slept. So what are the two actions here?
Well, so should I tell?
Wait.
Hmm.
What are the two actions here? Others?
Spoke.
And slept.
Spoke and slept.
Sleep.
Perfect. Spoke and slept are the two actions here. Now, did both the actions start in the past?
Can I tell?
Wait. No, you know
Spoke.
everything I want. Both the actions started in the past?
Spoke.
Spoke started in the past. What about slept?
This is also past.
That is also past. So which means both are in the past. Both started in the past. Did any of these two actions continue till this moment, till now? Spoke, had, slept.
Slept.
No, sir, not continue till now.
Yeah, none of it is continuing till now. Both of them started in the past, also ended in the past. Now the important question, which action ended first?
Spoke.
Which action ended?
No, both of them ended at the same time. I think so.
Any other answers?
Slept.
Slept ended first. Very good. Okay.
Oh yeah, it is slept because the person slept before the first person finished speaking to his friend.
Yeah. So now we said that the two actions are happening in the past, right? Now I can say he spoke to his friend and slept. So which means after this that happened, or maybe both of them happened at the same time. But why to say when he spoke to his friend, I had slept. So which means one action happened first, another happened later. And for whichever action happened first, earlier past, we use had plus verb 3. Write, wrote, written, that written. Okay. Speak, spoke, spoken. Sleep, slept, slept. The third verb. Or another way to call it is past
Past
participle.
participle.
So this one happened first. After that, this one happened, which is V2 or the past form. So that is why they say unnecessarily you don't have to say I had slept, I had met him. You have to use it only when there are two actions in the past, or at least another reference point in the past. I had met him before 2013. Acceptable. Okay, there is a reference point in the past. Before that, one action happened. Yeah. So when there are two actions in the past, for the earlier past action, whichever happened first, you should use I had slept. For example, if I'm a very big fan of A.R. Rahman, I love to attend this concert, but I am a very lazy fellow. And I always wake up late and go late to all my meetings and everything. Just like that, I booked my tickets for A.R. Rahman's concert. But I woke up very late. I forgot the time. I got stuck in traffic. And by the time I reached the venue, A.R. Rahman had left. By the time I reached the venue, or when I reached the venue, A.R. Rahman had left. So had left happened first. Had left happened before I reached. Okay. So when I reached, he had left. I can also say he had left when I reached the venue. So this word with had refers to the fact that out of two actions in the past, that one happened first. Okay, so that is when you need to use had. Unnecessarily do not use the word had. Okay, so I'll tell you something more about the past form. So here also we have two actions in the past. When I was sleeping, he spoke to his friend. When I was sleeping, he spoke to his friend. Again, two actions in the past. Once again, did both the actions start in the past?
Yes.
So they are in
Yeah, it did. It started.
Both are in the past. I already gave. Did any of the actions continue till now?
No.
No.
None of them are continuing till now. Which action started first?
when I was sleeping.
Sleeping started first.
Yeah,
Very
sleeping started first.
Very good. Sleeping started first. Okay. Which action ended first?
He spoke.
Spoke.
She spoke to his friends.
Perfect. Speaking ended first. So if I have to draw a timeline for this, you know, at the center we have now. Correct? I just mark now so that you know. I was sleeping, so which means this action was continuing. Yeah. But it ended in the past. And there was one more thing that happened at the same time. Not at the same time, when this action was continuing, in between that, what happened? He spoke. So speaking interrupted this action of sleeping. Sleeping was already in progress. So this action that was continuing is called past continuous. So say there was, I was sleeping, we were sleeping. Okay? Well, one night. So we spoke. Okay. So one action was continuing in the past, it was interrupted by another action. So that is why only when you talk about a particular time, last evening, I was watching a movie. I was playing cricket at 8 o'clock. Now, these are natural, but you can just say, I met my friend yesterday. You don't have to say, I was meeting my friend yesterday. Not necessary. You could just say, I met my friend yesterday, right? So that's how you use the past continuous. Only when it is continuing for a specific duration or when it is happening at a particular time, especially when it is interrupted by another action. When I was sleeping, the bell rang. Yeah. When I was watching the movie, my mother called. So when there is one action in progress, another action interrupts. In the past, you can use past continuous. Perfect. So now you are armed with past continuous, simple past, past perfect, everything. So with this, what you're going to do is that you're going to think about the happiest moment of your life. Yesterday, I had given you a hint already. So just you have to answer a few questions to frame at least a 2 minutes speech. Okay. You have to write, what is the happiest moment of your life? The topic is happiest moment of your life.
Yeah, let me start.
Yeah.
Or
Just
we
give
have
me
to-
a second. For the benefit of everyone, I'll just give some hints based on which they can develop their speech. Why was it special? Who were with you? So, yes, Mahendra, you can start now.
Uh, Yeah, happiest moment in my life. What about?
Sorry, Mahindan. Again, background noise.
Yeah, I think I'm not able to talk, so you can please do it.
So, okay, okay. So, I need to
Talk,
ban.
Sanjay. Sanjay, let's take Sanjay.
Sanjay, go ahead. Yes, Sanjay, you can start. Not able to hear you. Sanjay, I have unmuted you. You have also unmuted, but I'm not able to hear you.
Sanjay, reconnect. Sanjay.
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
facing- Just reconnect.
Yes, Sanjay, go ahead. I think. Yeah, you can reconnect. Sanjay.
Reconnect, Sanjay. Sanjay, you're not talking. You're not. Your voice is not coming. Just reconnect. Reconnect. Reconnect the WebEx. Your voice is not
I've
coming.
sent a
You're
message.
muted, but the network. Let's rejoin the disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, Bharat, you can go ahead for next.
Yeah. Sure. So, Sunita, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Could you talk about the happiest moment of your life?
So we have to answer all the 4 questions.
These are just few points, ma'am. You have to talk for 2 minutes about the happiest moment of your life. To help you, I have added 4 questions.
Okay.
If you are finding it hard to speak on the topic, yeah.
The happiest moment of my life was the birth of my eldest son. It was special for me because of the birth of my child, I became a mother. And that time my husband and my parents are also with me. Then I celebrated by the birth of my son by welcoming him at the home. My parents and husband decorated the entire house with balloons and small toys to welcome me and my son at the home.
Okay.
So finish.
Okay. Ma'am, my husband and my parents are also with me at that where yes.
They are also with me that time.
Great. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Sanjay. Yes, Sanjay, please go ahead.
Sanjay, you can talk, Sanjay. You can talk. Can you hear me?
Sanjay.
Maybe he is reconnecting. Okay, go ahead, Bharat.
Okay. Yeah. Praveen?
Sir.
Yes, Prab.
Yeah, I mean, you called me, so should I tell?
Yeah.
Well, the happiest moment in my life was when I went to Legoland, and there we went. I mean, we went to this Malaysian one. I mean, there are many Legolands across the world. We went to the Malaysia Legoland, and there were many slides, water slides, and many fun activities. It was a 3 night stay, and but still it was enjoyable because I've never gone to Legoland, and it was like my dream to go to Legoland.
Hmm.
And uh, I went with my parents and my dad's friend's family. And yeah, that is the reason why it is so special for me.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Praveen. Tim,
Sir, I can't understand the third question. Where would you laugh?
who were with you at that moment? With whom did you celebrate that moment? Some people would be are with you, right? When you celebrate the moment, you have
Yes.
achieved success with your parents, friends,
Uh,
somebody.
yes. When I won my
Good.
uh, when I won my basketball. Sorry, not a basket. Wait. When I won the um, volleyball match with my friends, I have won it. Uh, with my friends, I have celebrated that. Uh, um, we have won in 1 point lead, and then
Why was it very
we we didn't won some other 5 matches are there. In that
five
match, we
matches
won
are there?
5 matches. Are there? There are 5 matches. Is there?
No, Kana, already over, right? And five is plural. So five,
Five
ma-
match.
five matches.
5 matches. Like football, basketball, cricket,
Hmm.
volleyball,
Hmm.
and then 4 matches. In that we have won only ba-
Hmm. Correct. Go ahead.
uh,
In the five matches, we have won only.
we won wait, sir. We have won the match. Wait. We have won the volleyball match. And then that's also.
How did you celebrate it?
We have celebrated with our PT sir. That's also.
Okay. All right. Good. So Sanjay. Sanjay? Sanjay?
Sanjay, your voice is not getting it. Are you able to hear it? Hey, Balaji, go ahead. Man.
Okay. All right. So now let's step into the next part, which is future plans. So to keep it very simple, as of now, we will just talk about, Sanjay, please mute yourself when you're not speaking. So because there's a lot of, it's not even background noise, there's just some kind of static or disturbance, I don't know what it is. And it is going to hurt others from listening. So okay, so the next step is that we are going to talk about uh, future. So to keep it very simple, I would like you to talk about three things that you're going to do tomorrow. At least three things. You would have different plans for tomorrow, right? I have three things to do tomorrow. I am going to conduct my last class for one of the corporates that I'm teaching. Um, I have to attend a class at 5:30 in the morning on productivity. Other than that, I have to complete a few reports that I have planned, that I am supposed to send by tomorrow. Uh, these are the three things that I'm going to do tomorrow. So now I would like you to think about three things that you're going to do tomorrow, and then you can talk about it. So, Praveen, go ahead. You can start first.
Well, the first thing is, I finish all my work if I have any pending work, and then next is, next is what else? Um, prepare for tomorrow. I mean, day after tomorrow's class test. I mean, there's a class test day after tomorrow. I have to prepare for that. And the last thing is, I don't have any other thing here. I just have two.
Okay. Okay. Well, 10 of them.
First, I want to prepare for my test. Mm, Next, I want to finish my classworks. Um, I want to put. I want to put a study timetable tomorrow.
I have to make the study time.
Timetable, and that's all.
Good. Okay. Well, Sunita ma'am, what are the three things that you're going to do tomorrow?
Okay, sir. Tomorrow, I want to go to my site to watch the work done by the workers. Then I want to meet my architect to discuss about the further work, what he will decide to do. Then I will come back. I will come back at home and do my all the pending works. And then I will call to the curtain. I will call.
You will call whom?
I will call to the furniture shop about the.
I'll call the furniture shop.
I will call the furniture shop that there is some new products.
To inform about some new products. To inform or to ask?
To ask him for some new products. Then I will do the pending my all household works. So finish.
Okay.
Finished.
Very good. Great. Thank you, ma'am. Now let's hear from Mahendra. The 3 tasks for tomorrow.
I have to take my PCA test to go to office, and I have a plan to meet my friends, go to his house and spend some time, and I have to attend my class tomorrow. That's my easier priority right now because I'm missing the class.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So we said I want to, which is like you wish to do that, and then I have to, which is like sometimes you are compelling yourself, sometimes maybe there's an external compulsion also. I have to do this. And some of you said I will meet, I will call, all of it. And we also said I'm going to do this tomorrow. So all this will and work together, going to, want to, have to, all these refer to the future. Future tense is a combination of many different tenses. Yeah, even simple present is used for future. Haven't you heard people say, even though a training is scheduled in the evening or in the night or next week, they will say the training starts on Monday, not will start on Monday. The training starts on Monday, right? So a scheduled event in the future, we use simple present. The train leaves at 8 o'clock. We leave tomorrow only, but then you don't say the train will leave. Just say the train leaves at 8 o'clock. And sometimes for a confirmed action in the future, we use present continuous. Like I am talking to you is happening right now. But then when something is confirmed action in the future, they say, I am meeting my friends this evening. So what does it mean? They have already planned the action. Everything is set. So they are just going to meet. Everything is planned. Everything is ready. Venue is decided. Attendees are decided. So I'm meeting my friends. Or sometimes you see the Prime Minister is flying to the UK next week. So which means all arrangements are made. Decisions are taken already. So now it's 100% confirmed. If arrangements are already made, we can use present continuous to talk about future. It's almost a sure action, 100% probability action, right? The Prime Minister is flying to the UK. Everything is decided, done, dusted, all set. Yeah? So I am meeting my friends. I'm cooking dinner today. So I have already made up my mind. Okay. So that is when we use present continuous for future. So future is a combination of everything. Tomorrow we will get into a little bit of more details around future and practice writing something around using the future forms, also using the past forms. And then we can have an exercise on sentence construction if time permits. Otherwise, we can take this as an assignment. Okay. So I'll see all of you tomorrow at 9 o'clock once again. Till then, listen, speak, record. Allot 15 minutes for that. Watch a video or listen to an audio. Replay it a couple of times, twice or thrice as it is necessary. And then speak about it and record your voice. Listen to your own voice. So listen, speak, record, continue this on a regular basis. So when you continuously listen to native speakers and read books aloud, you'll be able to enhance your fluency. Reading aloud is as good as enhancing your fluency. Because when you read aloud, you train your facial muscles to articulate the words, to pronounce the words, and to understand the vocabulary and grammar that is being used. So when you read aloud, first once read in your mind, read quietly, and second time read aloud. Okay? That's when you can pay better attention to it. So that's it from my side. Do any of you have any questions?